Yes, Mr. I certainly don't have a lot to respond except the fact that I am past master of my lodge and a Freemason, and very proud of the fact. And I think it's interesting to listen to a debate that says that points toward Freemasonry as an occult when 36 of the 50 signers of the Declaration of Independence, all of the generals in Washington's army, and everyone that participated in the Revolutionary War were basically Freemasons. And if you look at how the foundation of the country was put together, it's on Masonic principles. So I think it's certainly an interesting debate that's probably not appropriate in this public forum, but I would certainly encourage people that have a different viewpoint to study the Freemasonry organization more closer. Thank you.
I think it is important that every thoughtful American have a world view, understand where we are at this moment in history. Then we can argue whether we're liberal or conservative or somewhere in the middle or Republican or Democrat or something else about what to do with it. But we need to have a world view. From 1945 and the end of the war through 1989 and the end of the Cold War, we had a worldview. Republican and Democratic presidents alike, from Harry Truman to George Bush, stood for freedom and stood for certain propositions that would make America strong and healthy and grow the middle class and shrink poverty and stand against communism. And after 1989, President Bush said, and it's a phrase that I often use myself, that we needed a new world order, and instead it looks like we got a lot of disorder.
The President George Bush has talked time and time again about a new world order, and this is the best chance to begin to establish the new world order.
What is at stake is more than one small country. It is a big idea, a new world order, where diverse nations are drawn together in common cause to achieve the universal aspirations of mankind: peace and security, freedom, and the rule of law. Out of these troubled times, our fifth objective, a new world order, can emerge. Now we can see a new world coming into view. A world in which there is the very real prospect of a new world order.
Мир развернулся в своем движении в другом направлении, к новому мировому порядку.
I think even that does not describe why the world has changed so much and why the world has turned so much toward a new world order and a new kind of civilization.
You who are here today are observing an absolutely historic event. The soldiers that you see before you represent not the past, but rather the future. It is through exercises such as this that truly we can create a new world order.
You were both in Skull and Bones, the secret society.
It's so secret we can't talk about it.
What does that mean for America? The conspiracy theorists are going to go wild.
I'm sure they are. I don't know. I haven't seen the website.
Number 322?
You going to lose? No, I'm not going to lose.
If you did, what would you do?
Well, I don't plan on losing. I've got a vision for what I want to do for the country. See, I know exactly where I want to lead.
All right, go ahead.
On another subject, we have a very great problem in this country today, and I wonder if you would use your leadership to counteract the rumors, the rumor-mongers that are abroad in the land who are spreading all these rumors and scaring people to death. Large segments of our citizens believe that the United Nations is taking over whole blocks of counties in Kentucky and Tennessee, and some of them, they believe that we're going to the concentration camp and they're going to give our army to Russia and all that baloney.
The issue is we live in an interdependent world. We have to cooperate with people. We're better off than we do. We're better off with NATO. We're better off with the United Nations. We're better off when these countries can work together. So I just think for folks that are worried about this out in the country, they need to be thinking about how we're not going to give up our freedom or our independence, but we're not going to go it alone into the 21st century either. We're going to work together, and we have to.
Colonel North, in your work at the NSC, were you not assigned at one time to work on plans for the continuity of government in the event of a major disaster? Mr. Chairman.
I believe that question touches upon a highly sensitive and classified area, so may I request that you not touch upon that, sir?
I was particularly concerned, Mr. Chairman, because I read in Miami papers and several others that there had been a plan developed by that same agency, a contingency plan in the event of emergency that would suspend the American Constitution. And I was deeply concerned about it and wondered if that was the area in which he had worked. I believe that it was,
may I most respectfully request that that matter not be touched upon at this stage. If we wish to get into this, I'm certain arrangements can be made for an executive session.
Meet the participants of the most startling experiment of the century. It was 1956. They were swept up by love and the dawn of a new age.
How did it make you feel? Small.
But now, 30 years later, Dr. Alex Brown must face the fallout alone. Martin Sheen, Emilio Estevez, and Leah Thompson in a broadcast television premiere, Nightbreaker.